The grand jury has made their decision regarding the Jalen Walker case. Anthony Zacharyasz will be with us later in the show to give us all the updates on that.
And while I know this may not be the outcome that some members of our community may have wanted, I want to reiterate that this investigation was handled completely independently.
This week you can celebrate Earth Month with activities on and off campus. Find out ways to be more sustainable and give back to the ground that we walk on.
You may be seeing a few changes to the McDouble, cheeseburger, and even the Big Mac at McDonald's. All these stories and more as your Tuesday morning FlashCast begins now. I'm Mara O'Malley.
And I'm Lindy Griesinger.
We begin today with a developing news out of Akron. 8 Akron police officers accused of the killing of Jalen Walker will not face state charges.
That's right. On Monday, a grand jury declined to indict the officers in the fatal shooting. Our correspondent Anthony Zacharyasz joins us with the latest. Anthony?
Hey guys, that's right. A special grand jury has voted against indicting 8 police officers from Akron, Ohio involved in the deadly shooting of Jalen Walker. The officers shot and killed Walker, a 25-year-old black man, last June. Police tried to pull Walker over for a broken car tail light, but he took off and police then chased him. Investigators say Walker fired a shot at the officers from his vehicle. Walker eventually bailed from his car and was running from police when officers confronted him. Police say Walker made a cross-draw motion when reaching for his waistband and officers opened fire. Walker was shot 46 times, even though he did not have the gun on him at the time.
There will be no state criminal action, no charges at the state level. That does not resolve any potential civil action that might be brought for wrongful death.
Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost addressed the matter after the decision was made. In a press conference yesterday afternoon, Yost said the jurors felt the deadly force used by the officers involved was justified by state law. However, Yost said no legal justification can change the, quote, permanent damage as a result of Walker's death. Yost's office has posted full details of the investigation online, and it remains possible that the U.S. Department of Justice could open a federal case. Now the Akron Police Department says it will be conducting an internal investigation and review of last June's shooting. Akron Police Chief Steve Milet said the internal review would include a comprehensive examination of the entire incident that includes an in-depth look at the training and instruction, police procedures, adherence to those procedures, and tactical judgment. Once the review is complete, Milet said the findings will help determine if any policies and procedures were violated by each of the 8 officers involved. As for right now, all 8 officers accused in the fatal shooting remain on administrative duty.
As advised by the Law Department, we will not be releasing the involved officers' names as the threats made against them are still believed to be active, viable, and credible. For their safety and the safety of their families, we will not release their identities. The officers involved in the shooting will remain on administrative duties for the foreseeable future.
For updates on these stories, be sure to check out KentWire.com. Reporting live from Franklin Hall, I'm Anthony Zacharyasz.
Thanks, Anthony. Following the grand jury's decision, Akron Public Schools decided to cancel classes today. The cancellation of classes will include all after-school activities, and in addition to that, the University of Akron will be having remote classes.
The City of Akron is working to ensure the safety of their scholars and staff as the grand jury has made their decision. The announcement was made by Akron Public Schools Interim Superintendent Mary Outley.
Now moving back onto campus, Earth Fest kicks off today. Kent State University's events will begin today at 11 a.m. and will end at around 2 p.m. The Earth Month Planning Committee and the Office of Sustainability have been working hard to put together the events that will be located in the Kent State Student Center second floor. You can join on and off campus organizations and departments for a fun-filled Earth Day event. There will be food trucks, student activities, music, and so much more.
In celebration of African Cinema Week, the Center for African Studies is hosting a Pan-African Festival this week. Tomorrow in Oscar Ritchie Hall, you can enjoy a showing of Fakine. The film was created in 2000 and takes place in Senegal. Join in the fun from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. tomorrow evening.
Mental health has been an ongoing issue with people from all generations for a while now. Kent State is taking action by putting together a mental health first aid training session. The courses are working to teach people how to help a person who is developing a mental health problem until professional treatment can get there. The sessions will be held Thursday, April 20th at 9 a.m. and another session at 4 p.m. It will take place at 800 Hilltop Drive.
This Friday, you can take action and engage in community dialogue on Ohio Senate Bill 83. This bill will strip funding from diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. The bill will prevent our diverse student population from receiving support. You can join in the discussion from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Student Governance Chambers on Friday.
What's poppin', Portage County? I'm Josh Aponte, and let's see what weather's going on here in Portage County. Right now, we are sitting at a very chilly 35 degrees, and it's a little cloudy out there, just a little gloomy out there in Portage County. Now let's take a look at what weather and some temperatures going around here in Ohio. So it is a little bit chilly. We are sitting at those higher 30s to lower 40s right now, just above freezing. It is quite chilly out there, but we're going to take a look at your 7-day forecast, and it's going to the temperatures are going to start to rise again, and it's going to look nice at the end of this week. It's going to be cloudy into partly cloudy. Those temperatures are going to start to rise tomorrow, and then we're going to go up to the 80s on Thursday. We'll take a look at Friday and Saturday. It's going to be a little moist, and then Sunday and Monday, those temperatures are going to dip back down to the higher 40s to the upper 50s. That's all I have for now. I've been Josh Aponte. You've been you. We'll see you next time on TV2. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Josh. A Kent man has been charged with felony sex crimes involving an 11-year-old girl. George Reed Jr., who is 24 years old, has been arrested last week after deputies received a tip that he had allegedly been sexually assaulting the girl. He had been corresponding with her through social media app Snapchat. Reed was booked into the Summit County Jail and has a bond set at 10% of $100,000. His case is now being referred to a Summit County grand jury.
An Ohio State trooper has been arrested in West Virginia for an alleged DUI. 29-year-old Kenneth Cottrell is facing a charge of driving under the influence after a traffic stop in Mason County. According to the criminal complaint, a vehicle with an Ohio driver's plate ignored a stop sign and a no right turn sign around 9:20 p.m. on Sunday. When authorities caught up to the suspect, he smelled of alcohol, was staggering while walking, and had allegedly urinated himself.
Hearings are set for this week on effort to amend the Ohio Constitution ahead of the abortion rights vote. Committee hearings are scheduled for today on 3 different pieces of Republican-backed legislation. The measures need to pass by May 10th to create the August election and get the constitutional amendment on it. If this happens, it could decrease the efforts of Protect Choice Ohio, who have been collecting signatures on a petition that could, under the current law, put a constitutional amendment protecting abortion access on the ballot.
The Ohio Ballot Board proposed language for a constitutional amendment to raise the minimum wage Monday morning. The proposed amendment would raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2026. Opposition to the proposal says the market should drive what employers are paying employees according to such inflation. President and CEO of the Ohio Restaurant Association, John Barker, says this will have a negative effect for both employers and employees.
Protesters have gathered in D.C. to get politicians' attention about their concern for the growing number of mass shootings.
Kent State Athletics excelled this weekend in sports, and the Kings look to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Stick around to see the action.
Protesters have gathered in Washington, D.C. to march against gun violence. There have been 162 mass shootings in the U.S. so far this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive.
That's right, Lindy, and thousands of parents and students are fed up. The protesters marched to D.C. with signs and pictures of loved ones who they have lost to gun violence. They are demanding that politicians do more to stop these mass shootings.
Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy gave a speech at the New York Stock Exchange Monday. McCarthy is urging Republicans to come to an agreement to address the debt ceiling crisis. In the GOP plan outlined by McCarthy, he says the one-year plan would roll back domestic non-defense spending to the 2022 levels. The White House will be watching closely to see if McCarthy can deliver the steps he laid out to pass a bill in the coming weeks.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday morning FlashCast Sports Report. I'm Noah Kenney. Let's get right into the action. Aiden Longwell and Mitchell Scott swept the Mid-American Conference Player and Pitcher of the Week awards for their efforts in helping the Flashes go 4-0 last week. Longwell earns the honor for the third time this season, and Scott defended his Pitcher of the Week honors. The Flashes are now 25-10 overall heading into this week. Now let's go to the track and field. The Kent State track and field team had student athletes in action at Ohio University's Cherry Blossom Invitational on Saturday. Asa Hodrick highlighted 16 victories by the Golden Flashes with the personal best 100-meter dash time of 10.27 seconds. Alicia Shaw won both the women's discus throw and shot put. Now on to the NBA playoffs. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors would be looking to tie the series at 1 apiece. Early on in the first here, De'Aaron Fox with the steal. He'll get it to the old man. Here's He'll slam it down right in his old teammate Klay Thompson's face. Midway through the first now, Jordan Poole in the game with the pink sneakers on, looking good. Dumps it to Klay and dumps it to Looney for his own little slam. Later, Curry, the signature step back. That is too easy. You got to get a hand in his face. Now we go. Curry with the ball again, looking to pass it, but it'll be a steal. Davion Mitchell in transition, beautiful pass, and Harrison Barnes slams it down again. Harrison Barnes looking real good, and early in the fourth here, Draymond Green would be suspended for the rest of the game after stepping on a Kings player. With the Kings now up, the Golden State needing a three, and who else but Klay Thompson to cut the lead to 3. What a beautiful shot. Now the Kings putting the game away. Davion again, dagger 3, and the Kings will go on to win this one 114-106. They take a commanding 2-0 series lead and will head back to play Golden State at home. That's all we have time for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay warm in the cold weather. I'm Noah Kenney, and this has been your Tuesday morning sports report.
Thank you, Noah. Get ready to see some changes to your favorite burgers at McDonald's. The restaurant chain said it's upgrading its signature burgers. The upgrades include softer buns, gooier cheese, and onions right from the grill.
That's right, Mara. And we can't forget that the Big Macs are going to be served with more sauce. The McDouble burger, the classic cheeseburger, and the regular cheeseburger will all be seeing these changes. McDonald's new menu will be available by early next year.
That is so awesome. I love McDonald's cheeseburgers.
I'm a big fan of their french fries.
I mean, I guess you guys like. I got McDonald's this morning. I give it every Tuesday morning.
No
I love
way,
it. You
this
saw a little
morning.
sneak peek of it in my last sports bump there, so I'm a really big fan of McDonald's.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yo, me, Gabe Calora, and Matt Corrali went yesterday, actually. And it was banging. It was pretty good.
Can't go wrong with a little Big Mac, you know.
Yeah.
I
What
love
about you,
seeing the
Anthony?
little
Not a
pop-up
burger.
of the burger on Noah's sports report. I think
Yeah.
that's what-
Not a
That
burger
was
guy, more
great.
like
It's
nuggets.
the best part.
Oh, more of the Nuggets fan. Yeah.
You're a little more of a Nuggets fan than a
More.
burger fan?
I think I'm actually more of a Nuggets fan too, actually.
I think so too.
Big
You get a little honey dip in there.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with a little McDonald's. You really can't. And that is all we have time for this morning.
For updates on these stories and more, be sure to visit our website, kentwired.com, and follow us on social media at KentWired. I'm Lindy Griesinger.
I'm Noah Kenney.
I'm Josh Aponte.
I'm Anthony Zacharyasz.
And I'm Mara O'Malley. Have a great day, Portage County.